have you seen this game before? Bomber. Bomber Person. 2025, people. So last week we were talking about game systems. I'm just introducing you to this game system. I'm not going to take you all the way through the tutorial, but the difference in this game system is that we have a single screen. We're in a top-down view. We also have enemy interaction, so enemy AI, as well as dropping items. So dropping items that then detonate after a couple of seconds. Tutorial takes you all the way up to this level, and you have one enemy that moves through. So we're looking for some simple enemy AI. All the AI does in our tutorial is detect where a wall is. If there's a wall in the way, it turns a different direction. Very simple AI. The script, a little bit longer. So I'm going to get you set up in the project, and then I'm going to leave it to you to continue. So I'll get you the main character controller in. We'll get our world built, or our very basic world built with the sprites. And then you consider a different control method if you want to do a top-down kind of game. Former fellow. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, and the bombs have area of effect. They work in crosses. So there's a bit of strategy as well. You can hurt yourself. Your bombs can get bigger and bigger. So it's kind of a skill puzzle maze kind of scenario. So our tutorial is here, and our assets are up on Moodle as well. I'm just going to download these assets and open up Unity. Our bomb animation, 4 frames. It just grows and shrinks. Oh. And then it's different animations. Walk to the left. Walk to the right. Walk to the down. Walk up. And then we just have an idle left. So idle, exactly the same, but 2 frames to make an animation clip. So like we were doing with the platform character a couple of weeks ago, we separating these into individual sprites and then linking them up in the animation state machine to detect our movement up, down, left, right. Oh, Chico. One day we will finish your adventure. Chico will make it into Bomberman, actually. Why not? Bang. Oh, Chico. All right, new scene. 2D built in. Jada jada. Oh, yeah. You mean like the character asset or just the actual whole thing? No, I meant to put it up on Git. I will. It'll be this entire project. So yeah, I'll do that. If I have time today, I'll set it up on Git. Yeah. All right, sprites, new folder. Bummer. Sprites. Yeah, yeah. The built-in kind of thing. Yeah. Ah, yes. Anas, no. Aaron, yes. Rafa, no. Jefferson, yes. Madeline, no. Elena, yes. Vinicius, yes. Miria, yes. Kawe, no. Clayton, yes. No, never. Lauren, yes. Ryan, yes. Sleep, yes. Pedro. No Pedro? No. Becca, yes. Sardar. No Sardar. No Sardar. Tony. No Tony. Daniel. Nope. Mika, yes. Pablo, yes. Bergman, yes. Patterson. Nope. No. Okay, all right. If he doesn't come back smelling of the toilet, I'll be very unhappy. Don't even know. Carlos. Yes. Juan, yes. Madeline, no. Mesh, yes. Perfect. Okay, we're going to speed run this tutorial. I'm not going to make you write any code. Make it easy. But I am going to explain the code. I'm just not going to make you write it. But foist. Camera size 8. Background. And this is where I would be saying we could load in skybox imagery instead of the blue color in the camera settings. So let's actually try that right now. Size 8. Orthographic projection. Perfect. Camera. Hello. In 2D, yeah. I'm still in the same Pong Chico file, whatever. I'm just building it all in the same one. Size 8, background, that color. Yep, yep, yep. Pac-Man is grid-based, so proper grid-based. Oh, there it is. But yeah, pretty similar. Top-down control mechanic, and you're getting chased around a maze. So every sprite shares the same pixels per unit, but some of them will be set to multiple. Obviously, the sprite sheets will be multiple. Let me import all my blocks and sprites. Bomber sprites I already have. And first off, I'll set them all to be 32 pixels per unit. Point no filter. Format RGBA. All the sprites. And then for these ones that have multiple in it, obviously, Bomberman, Explosion, Worm, you can set them all to multiple. Multiple. And while you're here, if you feel up to it, we can just set all of these in the sprite editor to be separate. They're all going to be 32 pixels by 32 pixels. Anyway, I just do the bomb, sprite editor. I click slice like that, or I can say by grid. Yeah, I'll just do 32 by 32 for all of these. Tony. Yep, I'm going to do it 3 more times. Apply. And I'll do it again on Bomberman, sprite editor. After setting to multiple, of course. Slice, and I'll go with grid by cell size. It remembers my last setting. You can see it's giving me 32 pixel, 32 pixel. And then click apply. I will save. Explosion, same thing. Ooh, is this going to be 32? It's going to be a little bit bigger. Let's find out. I think it might be a little bit bigger. Because that's going to chop them into many different pieces, and I think I want them as one. Have you set it to... Oh no, you're opening the sprite editor, yeah? Yeah. You can't get the drop down, though? We're still set to single, I think. So the explosion, because it takes up 3 by 3 squares, it's bigger than the player. It's 96 by 96 instead of 32 by 32. So you should have 3 frames for your explosion. Goodbye. And then the last one is the worm, the most complicated sprite. It has 3 frames for movement. Move left, move right, move down, move up, and idle. Uh, 96 by 96. If we do 32 by 32, you'll see it splits into like all of these pieces. Which I suppose would be useful if we wanted to make the longer explosions, like in Bomberman, you'd need the extra sprites. Okay. And then the worm, again, multiple sprite editor. This one 32 by 32. Yeah. These are 32 pixel sprites. Apply. Okay. A bit of a laborious moment. You just have to create all of these individual animations and then clean up after Unity. It just means dragging the animation in two frames at a time to create the animation clip. We'll have a walk left, a walk right, Bomberman 2 and 3, walk down, Bomberman 4 and 5, walk up, and idle. Slice 8 and 9. So they're all 2 frames of the 10 right here. Oh, at this point I will save my scene. Always a good idea. And then I'll just grab 2 of each, drag them into my scene or my hierarchy, and save the animations. Walk left, walk right, walk down, walk up. Walk left. Walk right. Walk down these last two. I'll make this walk down. Sorry? Yeah, so 2 frames at a time each time to make their own individual animation clips. Then we can transition from one to the other. So far I have 4 of my animation clips walked out. Is walking down the map. Walk left, walking to the left. Walk right. You can guess it's going to the right. And then walk up. Walking upwards. So save them all as their individual animation clips. And then the last one's going to be the idle, the last 2 frames, where he looks exactly the same. Second must be, yeah, second one's down here. I'll make one more animation clip. Whoa, whoa, what's up? Okay. What's happening there? Idle, yes. Sitting still, doing nothing. Cleaning up after this, we only need one avatar to stay. We can keep whichever one you want. Keep it as the idle, or any of them, actually, it won't matter. Just as long as we end up with only one avatar in the world. So I'm going to delete these 4 and only leave one left. And similarly with the, it automatically creates a little state machine for each one of them. We only need one. We can delete 4 of these as well, the state machines. So clean up after the extra artifacts that are being created. So delete and delete. 2, 4, and 6, and then Bomberman 0 will be the last one that's left. So one avatar, I can call that just Bomberman. And yeah, there's that flip command. Flip. Flip upside down. Bomber person. Bomber unit. Bombster. That's better. The Bombster. And then next we need to look at that state machine. Just open it up. Just double click to open your state machine. It'll open the animator. Oh, there's nothing. That's no good. There should be one. There should be entry. Oh, I feel like something's gone wrong. Okay, file save. File. Can I reload the scene? No, but there isn't even the entry stuff. The state machine should have an entry and an exit. Exactly. Yeah. So something's going hilariously funny. Okay, this could be a turn off and on situation. Hey, there we go. So by default, my entry is walk left. I want to add the rest of my animations. Just drag them from down here. Grab them, drag them in. Walk down. Walk left. Oh no, I already have a walk left. Walk right. And walk up. Oh yes, this is where it gets confusing. Now, we need our two parameters to register the X movement and the Y movement. They're going to be ints, like we did with the platform character. So we need two ints as parameters, one for X, one for Y. If the Y value is greater than 0, we're moving up vertically. If it's less than, we're moving down vertically. If the X value is greater than 0, we're moving to the right. If it's less than 0, we're walking to the left. And if X equals 0, Y equals 0, we're not moving at all, so we're in the idle animation. So first, we need our two parameters, X and Y, inside of our animator state machine. So up here, parameters and not layers. They put you in layers, that's for different animations. Parameters is where we want to go. Let's click the plus and add two ints. How's the phone? iPhone 14. Int X. Int Y. Now, on entry, we want it to be in the idle. So we're going to make a connection. So when we start the game, we'll be in idle. Set state machine default state to idle. And then we can use any state and our parameters, if you remember the rules, to make transitions. Right click, make transition to walk right. And if you select the clip itself, it's going to let you change things like speed, the animation speed, things like foot IK. We don't have IKs. What we want to modify is the transition itself to know that it's reading the parameter. If we're moving to the right, that means we're going in the plus on the x-axis. Can transition to self is off. Let me down here. Any? Yeah. So right click any state, make transition, and connect to walk right. You select the transition line and you can change settings. Disable that. And I'll shorten the transition duration to 0.1 to make it very fast. There we go. And the condition x is greater. We're moving in the plus on the x-axis. We're walking to the right. And then the exact same thing, but backwards for walk left. Right click, make transition. Select the state. Duration 0.1. Can transition to self is off. And we're dealing with the horizontal. Obviously, it's the x-axis, the x parameter. Yeah, yeah. Like in Unity, if you move something on the screen on the x-axis to the left, it's going to be going down in value, or minus in value, I should say. Exactly. Exactly that, yep. So walk up, we're going plus on the y-axis. I'll do the next transition, make transition, same settings. 0.1, can transition to self. And the parameter is the y. Y is greater. And for walk down, same condition for transition. Y is less than 0. And the last transitions are to idle. We need to make two of them. Oh, we make one transition, sorry. Settings 0.1. Can transition to self is off, and the parameters will be x and y. X equals 0. Y equals 0. So for the idle, it's just when we're not going plus on either of the axes. Because it gives weird things. It goes half back to itself. With very small frame things like this, it does look crazy. When you have longer things, like this, like a 12 frame thing, it has more space to like transition. This blend over. There's really nothing to blend over with 2 frames. It's gonna blend back. Yeah. 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 With our 3D characters, it looked really nice. Yeah. Blend nice. So, okay, animation should be set up. We can get into the script now. So the bombster, he's gonna need a collider. Circle collider, capsule collider, circle. Rigid body 2D for movement. Zero gravity. Oh, yeah, and if we have a slippy, yeah, I do. Slippy material, just so he doesn't get stuck on the walls. Hmm. Capsule? I mean, capsule just turns into a circle of this size, doesn't it? Try it. I mean, there's no. They're both very good for. Whoa. Yeah. No, they're both very good for exactly this. You don't have corners; they won't get stuck. I think there might be a rounded cornered one actually. Standard stuff. Float H, float V, attach to the rigid body, and then apply our animator to it. Oh yeah. Freeze the rotation. We're going to keep them locked, constrained. Yep. Mm. It's from Pong, I think we made it, but very easy to make. If you just have create physics 2D, 2D physics material. No, yeah, no. It might be in a different place in your version. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Can you do this though? Yeah. Right. And then when you have it, it's literally just instead of making it full bounciness, just make it 0 and 0. Slippy. Slippy 2. So yeah, by default it's a 0.4. That's standard surface, so you walk and things don't fly off. Slippiness just 0. That is a slippy material. Total lack of data. Yeah, always a good idea with platform characters as well, because otherwise you can just hang on the wall just by pressing left. If you have friction, and you generally don't want that. Hmm. That'd be only if you applied it to the ground itself. It's for your character, so it can't just grab onto walls and get stuck on them. So you'll slip around the place. But if you put it on the floor, yeah, you would like ice skate to carry your momentum. Momentum. Like Mario. Yeah. All right. Bombster needs to move. Let's give him a move script. New script. Bomber move. Okay. So we're gonna need a fixed update. Might need another update for dropping bombs later. Start, I'll get rid of for the moment. As usual with these, we're going to need a speed variable. Then a horizontal and a vertical float, storing our inputs. Get axis. Is it raw or just get axis? Ooh. Let's go raw. H for horizontal. V for vertical. Okay, we'll use That's all right. Nothing I do. X. Uh, yeah. Oh no, sorry. I have screenshots of it. I can put those up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I have some screenshots. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Trello sample. Yeah, we should talk about your projects today, actually. Once I get this up. So this is everything you need to access the animator. We have everything in the animator set up. Our horizontal and vertical values are paired to our inputs. So when we move, the animation should play. Our velocity has been affected here. We have a speed value. Let's test. Save, save, save. He moves. His animation is very, very fast. Yep. You can see it in the animator running as fast as it is. We're gonna get it a little bit. It's very, very fast, running as fast as it possibly can. We can, yeah, yeah. And then in the animation state machine, you can see how fast it's refreshing through them. At 0.4, you can see how it's running a lot less. So I'm going to try these all at 0.4. So just by selecting the clips, you can see the speed a little bit too fast. There we go. Yep. Oh, you mean just for him, Bombster. Collider, Ready Body. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like some images, yeah. Okay. So bomb drops, and then I will call it a day. Because after that, it's the kind of level of construction. Doesn't look very interesting on the video. They'll just watch me put blocks around the place. But let's get the bombs dropping, if not exploding. So let's create our bombs. We're just going to make the animation first. This will be easier to set up. Let's grab all 4 of my bomb pieces. Bring these into the scene to make an animation. Save it as bomb. Oh, and I'll get into the animator. It has its own state machine, and make sure animation is not too fast. It's a little bit creepy. Like it's pulsing, it's alive. Maybe a little bit slower than that. Put it on half. Yeah, that's okay. What do you mean? 2? No, no, all 4. All 4 of the frames, yeah. And then this bomb, we want to instantiate again and again and again. So we need to keep this as a prefab that the player can drop whenever they want. I don't have a folder for prefab, so I'm going to make one. New folder. Prefab, as in prefabricated, pre-made, pre-built. Making a prefab is very easy. Once you have something constructed, like a character or like a bomb. Oh, I better leave play mode. You can just drag it. Oh, I'm going to rename this as bomb. And then just drag it down into my project like so. I can do with anything I've created. I can make my character a prefab and then drop it into other games, other scenes. It'll already be set up with controls and animation. For example, I could grab Chico, make him a prefab, jump back to bombers. Yeah, don't save. Oh, not scenes, prefabs. And now Chico is here. Yeah, it's Chico time. Everyone's happy. Now we've got two bros going to war. Bomberman's faster than Chico. Wait up, you guys. Oh, and he's flying away. Bye bye, Chico. Bye bye. What were you asking me? Sorry. Yeah. Hmm. 4 slices? Yeah. Yeah. You press play. You run the game, and it'll just play automatically. Press play and go back to scene, and you can see them. There it is, running. I think in the animator as well, or this thing, you're able to see them also. Not crazy. Bomb. Where's my bomb state machine? Oh, there we go. Oh, preview window's gone. Or whatever. Anyway, the bomb is a prefab in my prefabs folder, which means I don't need it in my main scene. I can delete it from here because I'm going to keep creating copies, instances as I drop them. So delete that from the main scene. Still here safe. And then we just need a script for the bombster to drop those bombs. Add component. Oh, nope. New script. Bomb drop. So we need a game object prefab, a variable here that's going to hold the bomb prefab that we just made. And then on update, we're checking if we press the space bar, it's going to look for the position that we're at right now, transform position. It's going to take our position on the X, position on the Y, and round the value off. This is because we're working with like a gridded system of bombs. We don't want it to be halfway through a wall. We always want it to be on a rounded position. And then we instantiate, create a duplicate of the bomb prefab. So there's the name of the thing we're duplicating. We're instantiating the bomb prefab, which is that bomb animation we just created. The pos is a value we just created. Position, which it detects where are we right now the second we press spacebar. What is our position? So bomb prefab will appear at that position. Quaternion identity refers to rotation. This is just the default rotation. It's natural orientation state. So yeah, rounding off the numbers so they're never at 2.0003 or 2.9999. That was rounded to the nearest one. Okay, one fab, give it space, pause, one round, one round. Essentially. Whee. Yep. Are you sure though? Are you sure? Yeah. The game? Possible, yes. Possible, yeah, anything's possible. But you changing your mind so quickly makes me worried. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Sort of. But what is it you're trying to do? I mean, we need to know what you're trying to do. Systemically, systems. What is the system you're talking about? You're changing the control system from a platform thing to something else. What is the something else? Forget about Jujutsu Kaisen. Keep going on about think of these powers. Doesn't matter to me. Systems. What are we talking about? A combat system? What does that mean? Now, okay, stop talking like a fan of that fight. Think about it more like on Street Fighter 2, they had a hitbox system where it was like colliders. Collider near the head, collider in the body, collider for the legs. Basically split it that way. You hit in the body, body animation plays. You hit in the head, more damage, and he does that. Limit it to it like a limited system. Like if you could just get high punch, mid punch, low kick working, you've got the bones of a fighting game. And you need to make it two player. You should make it two player. Because it would be easier than programming the AI of a fighting game, which is way harder. No, it isn't going to be a really big environment because it's in the middle of your college year. Stop thinking. You can make it look like a city without being big. Far away, areas you can't get to, but you can see them. You know how GTA blocks off the map? You're blocking off the map. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But also, no. Because you don't have time to make all these maps. If you can make a fighting game just two on two, one scene, one area you fight in, that would be really impressive. I swear. Like once you try making this, the hitboxes saying getting it to register, it's difficult. And plus, yeah, do it. I mean, I think Castlevania would be simpler because it's a platformer with like an attack, platformer and attack. Be easier. Consider it as a backup. Consider it. Keep it in the back pocket. And no big cities. No way. Yeah, definitely, too, definitely. Yeah. So with this script completed, we go back to Unity. Final part. Not final part of the tutorial, obviously, but we can drop bombs finally. Bomb prefab. We have nothing. Anything we put in here should now appear. If I drop my bomb, I can drop bombs. If I drop Chico in there, I can drop Chicos. Hey, bombs! Bombs are appearing. And you notice they are rounding them off. You cannot get them to be halfway through each other. They're always going to respect the grid. Hmm. Yeah, it's on the character, yeah. No, because it's recording. Yeah, when you press spacebar, check for the position. The bomb prefab doesn't have a position in the world because it's living in the back end, you could say. And yeah, as I said, where are you, Bumster? I can change that prefab that he's dropping to whatever I have in prefabs. I can drop Chicos, whatever I want. So now instead of dropping bombs, I drop a Chico. Bye bye, Chico. Bye bye. I'm dropping them off the screen. Bye bye. Chico. It's raining Chicos. I can add something to catch them as well. Hey, I have an army of Chicos. Hooray. And they follow me wherever I go. Yay, it's Chico time. Pretty an interesting way to play the game. I've got a whole army of people. Ooh, in regiment. Onward, my brothers. Who wants to live forever? Yeah, yeah, Chico, 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 Chico. So, the things you can do with Bomberman. That's as far as I'm taking you into the tutorial, the bomb drop. After that, there's a little bit more script, and it's just the bomb takes a couple of seconds to destroy itself and then instantiates another prefab. So it uses the same thing all the way along. And the destroy after is very useful. You can time things, the bomb will destroy, an explosion will appear, and more stuff will happen. Regimented. All in, men? Yeah. Oh, I might be crashing the system. I'm crashing the system. Chico overload. Chico overload. All right. That's enough Chico time. Back to normal. No low bombs. Yeah. Right, I'll save there. I will stop the recording at this moment, and then we can start talking about other things and figuring out other